Peace family, PA Finley, ThePAFway, coming at you live. Listen, the name of this video is going to be Self-Silence Part 7. Y'all forgive me, I did not end Part 6 properly. I could have sworn I turned it off and was going to restart it and finish that video properly. I didn't. Okay, so, anywho, sending out an atomic mushroom cloud explosion of love all across the globe. When do we not need that, right? Okay. Continuing, part 7. I was talking about in part 6. I was talking about, in the beginning, how God was one, and being infinite in that one. In the one, you can experience everything you can in the one with like 20 infinities, right? After a while, if it was me, and it was me, as it turns out, dude, I want something different. And so God split God's self in half, and there you have the one, you split in half, and now you got the one experiencing the one. You have the viewed and the viewer, the giver and the given, the doer and the done. You have duality, this and that. You have that now. And now the this can experience the that, and the that can experience the this. It's ingenious, actually. Only it's a story that is believable to me. I'm putting it on the table. You decide whether you believe it or not, but it should connect to your inner core somewhere. The truth of it, the real you. Because there's this thing that we ask ourselves all our lives, like, what's really going on? You know what I mean? It's okay, this is cool, but we know something else is happening. We know something else is going on. We know something else is behind the scenes. We that's where religion kicks in. Religion attempts to explain this, and it doesn't. It doesn't. It touches up on some stuff, and that's how you do it, though. When you push a lie, you got to blend some truth in there to where you can point at and say, well, this is true, and you be like, yeah, well, then all of it is true, and you be like, okay. But after a while, even that gets up. Be like, that could be true, but the rest of the stuff could be garbage. I don't know. So, the deception of the people is at its end. This is the information age. We know the truth. We're receiving stuff. It's readily available. We can learn anything we want in the push of a button. Stuff is out there. The knowledge has been put forth. Nothing is secret anymore. If you want to do, it's the research, individual research. We used to have to sit up and listen to people and believe what they're saying is true. Now we can research for ourselves, and the information and research material is at the tip of our fingers. They didn't have that before. We had to listen to people. We had to believe people. We had to follow people. We had to do all that kind of stuff. We ain't got to do that anymore. So, all that being said, who are you? Do you know who you are? Who are you? Do you know who you be? Who are you? Do you know the one you don't call? Who are you? Do you know the one you call me? Who are you? Do you know the soul inside you? Who are you? Do you know the spirit within? Who are you? Do you know where you're gonna go? Who are you? Do you know where you've been? Who are you? Do you know who you are? Who are you? Do you know who you be? Who are you? Do you know the one you don't call? Who are you? Do you know the one you call me? So, and from there, everything expanded out because one experience led to another and another and another and another and another and another. And then the division came into play. Now the two was divided. And now there's 4. you see where this is going, right? Because now we got multiple experiences. You know what I mean? We got multiple experiences happening. So, and those are divided. See, and so here we go. You times that by a number a number with no name. That's the reason why I chose. And by the way, anonymous is me. Yes, I'm anonymous. But that's why I chose AnonameUs. A representing the one, the all. No name in the middle, and us, the many. The uni and the verse. The many in one and the one in the many. It's a science, the yin and yang. It's all in there, and that is, so self-science. This is who we are. So we study this fascinating thing, right? And we study this thing, and we learn this thing, and this thing is so freaking awesome. It's mind-blowing on so many levels, and then there's more. It's just constantly more. And there's no ending to what we can know about the one. And then we learn that we are a part of that one. We are connected to that. We are intertwined in the one. We are the one. It's a beautiful, perfect storyline. For me, it's perfect. It makes sense. It answers all the questions. All of them. To be or not to be, that was the question. To be and not to be, that is the answer. So it's just so many esoteric levels to this thing, but it's all real and true, and it fits. See, my thing was stuff didn't fit, and I'm the major non-fitter. I am the observer, okay? And I'm faulty. My viewpoints, my focus, everything I'm putting into the process of trying to understand something is askew. So no matter what I come out with, it ain't gonna seem right. Until I put myself in the process. Once I put myself in the process, everything seems to fit. How convenient, right? Yeah, well, yeah. But bottom line is, I'm gonna make this one a little short, but bottom line is, I and my Father are one. We are one. What Jesus was saying, and let's just say Jesus existed. Let's just say, because again, that's a part of my history. It's hard for me to separate completely. Okay, and I give you that. But whoever the writer was, and oh, by the way, to the Christians, I gotta throw this out there to you. To the Christians, I ask you, in the New Testament, there's a book of almost everything. How come there's not a book of Jesus? Not one word of the Bible was written by the man who the New Testament was written about. Not one word. Everything is, and then Jesus said, there is no, and then I said, there's none of that. Where's Jesus' words? Listen, I'm sorry. I'm really not asking that question because I know that there's no answer. Well, there might be answers, but it's folly. Because Here's a guy who everybody talked about, and he talked about nothing. Everybody wrote about, and he wrote about nothing. I'm surprised that worked for so long. I'm surprised they got away with that one for so freaking long. Now, two possibilities. Let's just say Jesus was a real human being that walked this planet, the Son of God, or whatever you want to call him. And he did the miracles and everything, and he died on the cross. Let's say that's the case. If that's the case, two possibilities. One, he did write a book, and it was stolen. There's a book of Jesus floating around somewhere where he wrote down some stuff. And you can't tell me he never wrote down no stuff because he come up under a carpenter and was raised by a carpenter and was trained by a carpenter. Carpenters write. If it ain't nothing but numbers, carpenters write. So, you can't say the man was illiterate. He spoke too freaking much. Listen, I know there's a lot of people out there that speak the English language but can't write it. I get that. But you ain't got everybody named mama following you either. You learn a language, to speak a language, you gonna learn to write it. If you got followers, man, you just can't, you can't conjure up no, you just can't. I'm sorry. I already went both, but I done did this many years now. There's no, he ain't wrote one word, like hi, nothing. Everything was written from somebody else's account. Nothing from the horse's freaking mouth. The greatest man that ever walked the planet. And he ain't got nothing to say. He ain't got nothing to write. He ain't got nothing. He knows that other people are going to twist his words. He knows that. So why not write down your own stuff? That way, you know. So anyway, just wanted to throw that out there. Matter of fact, I'm going to end this one. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this. Thank you so much for listening to my Reddit. And y'all know what time it is. Stay beautiful. Where you been? Who are you? Who are we? It's an age-old question. To be or not to be? That was the question. To be and not to be. That is now the answer.